Very great, good people. Think about the people we've met. Go over it. Talk to me.
Homeless.
Give me some names.
Poets.
What about the homeless poet? Tell me about the homeless poet. The homeless poet murders a woman 25 years ago by cutting her with a broken beer bottle on the streets of Providence.
Yeah. Now he's on Thayer Street doing poetry and denies he did the bid, he did the jail bid, and denies to this day he killed her.
When the patrolman came in, I was holding the wound closed with my hand.
Everybody says they didn't do it. You mean you didn't do it?
I mean I didn't do it. I did 20 years on it. 19 on the charge. If I did it, I did the time I'd admit to it.
So now that crime keeps him out of public housing and in the street reading his poetry.
It doesn't even
The chips add up to food, but not rent.
No.
Ask him if it's difficult, and he's quick to point out that others have it much worse.
And especially if some of them have alcohol or substance abuse problems. Most of their money is gone by maybe the fourth day. It's a living, and if you can make someone else smile while you're doing it, it's even better.
As Johnny and I have always joked, if we were ever recognized for what we did, we would say, you know, this is proof that planning is completely unimportant. Last week, what happens? What happens last week? We're doing one street story, doesn't work out. We go to the scene of a chase in front of a schoolyard. Nobody injured. The perfect news story. There's danger, but no death.
Yeah. Some guy yells out the third floor window, "Hey, Channel 12, I got video of this chase. You want it? Come upstairs." So, you know, I yell to him. All right, he comes down. He opens the door up. We go upstairs to his apartment. He's got editing equipment. He's got cameras, video cameras.
Right.
And he has 3 guns on the table.
And he's got
he has
3
guns on the table.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Come to
But
find out,
they're pellet
he's a filmmaker.
guns.
It's an air gun, yeah.
I'm shooting you with one of those guns today, just to show how much they hurt.
I'd say about 90% of the stories are by accident or us just driving somewhere, us stopping at a red light and seeing something.
You're not gonna win.
Hey, how do I know that guy? How do I know? He's a street story.
He's the guy that made the drawings.
Is he? Oh my God, the guy on Thayer Street. We're gonna pull over. This is perfect.
It's the guy that did the drawings.
He did the drawings for the street stories. Let's pull over.
Working hard? Yeah, how are you?
Pull over?
No.
Let's talk to him, man. It's the guy with the drawings. It's better than that.
Didn't we do a story with you? What? Didn't we do a story with you?
You do a story with me?
Yeah, didn't we do it? Don't you draw?
Yeah.
You did the drawings on Thayer Street.
Yep.
How's it going?
Not that great.
Really?
Yeah. Chemical company had a spill. They closed us down.
Close what down?
My art gallery I was building.
Oh, that building.
Oh, yeah.
So now I got to go out and try to make enough money to get one of the expensive places.
Right.
Somebody coming up to us in the car and you know, telling us that they know somebody that does something and is involved in the community, and I think that's the way it is.
I got another good story for you, man.
What story do you have?
Moses Brown,
Yeah.
me and Dawu are going to be, this kid from Moses Brown has to do a story on gangs and what it means to, you know, him.
Yeah.
He has to do a story about that.
Is he a student?
Yeah. That takes it into a different level, you know what I mean?
Is he in gangs?
No, his parents, I want him to learn about it, or I guess the school wants him to learn about it early. Okay. And so he's gonna come here and interview with me and Dawu, and we're gonna scare his ass to death. So like this little rich kid, I'm gonna fix his ass. He's done with his ass, his mama gonna be like, "What are you doing washing the floor in the window?"
It's dumb luck. It really is dumb luck. I would love to take credit for it. I would love to say I research it, I check, I Google things, I do this, I do that, I talk to, no.
Our running joke is we never set anything up, which we really didn't. Our first year of Street Stories, I don't think we set up one interview.
One story leads to another story. Or we'll go to one story and find 2 stories. And so we do them both.
We may have set one up. The first one that we did, we set up just to get it going. But I think after that, after we went into the homeless poet, to the graffiti artist, to the regular artist on the street, to the jazz musician on the corner, to the guy that paints pictures on the corner.
Honestly,
Well,
we meet people through other stories. That's the way it
happened with
works.
this, as I tried to
amazing,
explain
yeah.
earlier. As I tried to explain earlier
didn't
before you
really
rudely
explain it.
interrupted
You didn't
me.
really explain it good.
Okay, so we got the remember the guy with the drawings. I mean, I think that people do care about the guy with the drawings. What,
No,
he's
he
got to be
said
a
no.
you know what he's got to be a Rembrandt?
Rembrandt, yeah. He's gonna be. You know, the thing about it is, these people aren't. You know, they're not
They're
gonna be.
normal,
They're
ordinary
not gonna be
people.
professionals. Like, you don't have to like his paintings. The guy's, you know, that's what he does. You know, his drawings. He was like, well, you know, his drawings aren't that good. It's like, dude,
That's
the guy's
not
off
what
the
it's about.
streets, on the streets of
He
Providence.
was
He's
standing.
homeless.
He was standing next to his best friend when his
Yeah.
best friend got shot in the head.
Yeah.
His girlfriend died in a car accident.
Yeah. And this guy, he's bashing the drawings.
His
he's doing.
stepfather takes him to
Great.
Providence and takes off, leaves him. And he's still breathing, still chugging, going to CCRI, making funny drawings, letting us look at them and watch them blow. Remember they were blown into
And
the
actually, we're shooting this kid at the edge of the river downtown, where the water fires are. We're looking at his drawings. It's a windy, cold day, and he has the drawings on this little marble stone thing, and a huge gust of wind comes, and the drawings go into the river. And the kid doesn't get mad. He just stares at the drawings. It's a priceless moment.
Art is good wherever it's at.
When I first came here, I worked nightside. I was 19, 20 years old. And no one wanted to work with the young guys. You know how it is, young guys. They don't know what they're doing. They're not experienced. He is the first person to come over and say, you know what? I'll work with you.
John Villela is one of the most unique photographers out there. He might be the most unique photographer out there.
Yep.
3, 2, 1. And remember, he's looking for stars of this gritty cinema that he hopes to start shooting in the spring for a release in 2006. Walt Butel, Eyewitness News. And it's always experimenting with the way video can add to a piece. Because we never have video of the actual problem. Because our problems, or the focus of our story, the crux of our story, is always about something that happened before.
I want it to be emotional. That's the one thing about street stories. I want people to feel it. I want them to stay glued to the TV, because a lot of times you lose people. That's why I shoot, you know, swishes and pans and zooms and a lot of music, a lot of net sound, because you can lose people like that. You know, if you don't keep their attention within the first 20 seconds, they'll turn the station.
Johnny does an amazing job of bridging the gap between the sound from these people
Say, I'm gonna make a movie
and the next soundbite from these people.
because at least if we fail, we can look back on this and say, yeah, we accomplished something. We tried it.
John just has a knack. He's an amazing photographer and when I was learning my craft, my first gig, if you will, I was an intern, and I remember a photographer telling me then, the best stories are stories that are co-produced between the photographer and the reporter.
It's all about good sound bites from people.
A wise man learns from others' mistakes. A fool learns from his own.
It's about music. It's about nat sound. Nat sound is our major thing.
You want to shot a nigga shaking the kids.
And it's about, I mean, Walt writing them, really. I mean, it's not all about me. It's about his words really, you know, set it apart from everything else.
I'm up to 230 pages.
Among all those pages, his own crooked path. It was down city where he ran right into what he considers unpredictable violence.
I found a dead body there on Empire Street.
So they're all my favorites. I love them all. They're stories that never made any of the specials that we do that were great stories.